What's going on, guys, Messi here and welcome to a brand new video and welcome to your daily dose of transfer gossip. And today is going to be Monday the 29th of July, got confirmed as to go through as well as the rumours. So just before we get started, if you could do that good stuff by leaving a like rating, press the subscribe button if you're new and pressing the bell notification next to it so you never miss an upload. Yes, there's episode will be down below in the description box and current schedule every day at 8 AM UK time, it's a new transfer episode. And finally, in the comment section below, where do you think Arsenal will finish next season in the Premier League? But first up, we've got Uruguayan forward BRUNO Fernandes. He's joined Qatari side Al Ahly from CSK Moscow, and that's a free transfer. Harvey Elliott, who is the youngest player to ever play in the Premier League, has joined Liverpool. It's from Fulham and I believe it's a free transfer, but because he's only 16 years old, they have to agree a compensation fee. Brazilian right back Douglas has joined Besiktas from FC Barcelona. It's a free transfer on a 3-year contract, and he played in Turkey last year playing for Sivasspor. And this next one could not be a confirmed deal already, but first up, according to Calcio Mercato, they're saying Patrick Cutrone will have his Wolves medical today. That's ahead of completing a move from AC Milan. He's an Italian international who's 21 years old and is expected to sign a 4-year contract at Molineux. The fee itself, according to Fabrizio Romano, is €18 million plus add-ons worth around 4 mil. And I think if you convert that to pounds, it's around 19 to 20 mil after additional fees. And now, according to Le Provence, they're saying Arsenal have formally approached Marseille for Florian Thauvin. That was recently, but they're currently focusing on other priorities. And you would assume them other priorities are the likes of Wilfried Zaha, though the main target now is Nicola Pepe. They're still trying to bring in and complete the signing of Kieran Tierney from Celtic. And a window that looked pretty dull for Arsenal, it's now turned around massively. Andre Schürrle, who spent last season with Fulham in the Premier League, is set to join Russian side Spartak Moscow. Bild are saying that Borussia Dortmund will only receive a fee of around €3.5 million. And now moving on according to various outlets, they're saying Michy Batshuayi is set to stay at Chelsea. That's this season to battle it out with Tammy Abraham and Olivier Giroud for a starting spot as Frank Lampard's main striker. Obviously their transfer ban is proved to be a bit of an issue as they can't bring anyone in, but it's finally a proper chance for Batshuayi to shine and be the main man. L'Equipe in France are saying Jurgen Klopp was interested in bringing Franck Ribéry to Liverpool this summer. That was depending on what happened with his squad, but since there has been little to no movement in the Liverpool attack, no place has been freed up for Ribéry to join. Klopp is a big fan of the Frenchman. Other outlets are saying Liverpool are still in the market for a versatile left-sided player, but for Franck Ribéry, he's still a free agent looking for a new club. And now, according to the Daily Mail, they're saying Manchester United have been dealt a blow in their pursuit of Newcastle United midfielder Sean Longstaff. That's after the Magpies owner Mike Ashley said the young midfielder is not for sale. It does seem fairly strange that Newcastle are now starting to spend a bit of money because under Rafa Benitez the funds really weren't there, but Steve Bruce, to be fair to them, they have got a fair amount to spend now. And next up, a short one from Sky Sports. They're saying Everton are in talks to sign striker Moise Kean from Juventus. The Italian side want around £36 million or €40 million plus a buyback clause. And apparently the buyback clause is just 10 mil more at around 45 million. I think if they manage to pull it off, it'd be a very good bit of business, but the only downside to it for them is if he has a very good season or a good season, the likelihood is that Juve activate that release clause again and it goes back to the Italian champions. They make very little profit on the deal, but if they also bring in Wilfried Zaha from Palace, I think it's a great window. Bruno Fernandes is preparing to fly to the UK to undergo a medical with Manchester United. United have agreed a £63 million fee with Sporting to land the Portuguese playmaker. That's according to the Mail. But Sky Sports reported last week that a deal to United is very unlikely, so we'll have to wait and see what happens. Sky Italy are saying Paulo Dybala wants to stay at Juventus and fight for his place under Maurizio Sarri. It was rumoured that Dybala was offered to United as part of a deal for Lukaku, and Spurs have also apparently had a recent bid of £50 million rejected. There is still interest there from PSG though, and you would imagine if he's offered a guaranteed first team role in France, it might tempt him a fair amount. And now moving on, according to La Repubblica, they said Napoli have reportedly increased their contract offer to Nicola Pepe. That's as they still look to beat Arsenal to the Lille forward. Arsenal appear to have won the race for Pepe, agreeing an €18 million fee with Lille, and also matching the player's demands. But Napoli, they really want him, because if they've missed out on James Rodriguez, Pepe is still a very good option to bring in. But my guess personally, I can't see him going anywhere apart from Arsenal now, because pretty much every single outlet that's reliable is saying it's done. 18 million euros or like £72 million, agreed a contract, and should have a medical today. Well, I say today, but the medical should be done at some point early this week, and I think it'll be an Arsenal player. Dani Alves wants to return to Barca to link up with Neymar yet again. That's according to Mundo Deportivo. The 36-year-old is currently without a club after his contract at PSG expired, and he allegedly believes that a deal for Neymar could be done by the end of the first week of August. Alves made almost 400 appearances in an 8-year spell at the Camp Nou, winning 6 league titles and 3 Champions Leagues, among countless other trophies. Reports in Spain a couple days ago said that the whole deal for Alves to Barca won't go through, as Barca really aren't too interested, but he also put on social media a couple days ago that he wants a new club. Where does he put his resume? His next one's according to various different outlets, but I'm going to say it's fairly unlikely because of one part of the story, though the other half could be true. So the bit I think could be true is that Real Madrid are preparing an all-out push to sign Paul Pogba, but the bit I doubt is because they're saying now that Gareth Bale's wages are off their books. And the reason I say that is because right now, according to BBC Sport, they're saying Bale's proposed move to China is off. As things stand, he'll be staying at Real Madrid, and it's understood Madrid called the deal off itself. And over the space of like 48 hours, it's kind of gone a bit mental for it, because on Saturday, apparently he was very close to going to Janssen Suning, and it would be a done deal by Saturday as well. Nothing really happened. There might have been some talks, but nothing was confirmed. And now on Monday, or Sunday for me, apparently it's completely off. But one transfer that definitely isn't off according to L'Equipe and RMC is Idrissa Gueye's move from Everton to Paris Saint-Germain. Those outlets are saying he'll undergo a medical today with the French champions ahead of a €32 million move. The 29-year-old Senegal international will sign a 5-year contract as long as everything goes to plan. After that, he won't train for at least 10 days though, because realistically he's only just finished his 2018-19 campaign because he reached the African Cup of Nations final with Senegal. But that, guys, is going to be it for this video. So if you could do that good stuff by leaving a like rating, pressing the subscribe button if you're new, and pressing the bell notification next to it so you never miss an upload. Yesterday's episode will be down below in the description box, and current schedule every day at 8 AM UK time, it's a new transfer episode. And finally, in the comment section below, where do you think Arsenal will finish next season? So thank you for watching this video, I'll see you next time.